Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel finally for a new video. I learned that I can't keep promises because in my last video I said that I was trying to make one video per week. It's like 2 months later, so I can't schedule my videos for the moment, but these last 2 months I've been working on the new sample pack, and today I can say that my new sample pack, minimal and micro house sample pack volume 2 is finally out. I'm super happy. You find the link to the sample pack in the description with a link to the demo of the sample pack. It includes all the things that I've been using most lately, so modular bass lines, modular sequences, noises, glitches, one shots of kicks, snares, hi-hats, all the things that I've been loving to use in my latest tracks. Atmospheres, backgrounds, a lot of backgrounds, pods. I think you can find anything you need for your tracks and to improve your tracks, and I really hope that you will like it. It's more than 700 megabytes of samples and it's really cheap for the amount of samples, I think. So I hope you will try it out and let me know what you think about it. So this video, of course, can be just the announcement of the new sample pack, but I want to show you also a technique that I learned to make backgrounds and textures, and some of the backgrounds that you find in the sample pack are made with this technique, and what I will be doing in this video will be included in the sample pack as well. But then you can take this technique and make your own backgrounds. So it's really easy. It just takes a little bit of time to choose the samples and to put them together to create an organic and really nice micro house background. Okay, so let's get it started. So let me wear my glasses because I'm blind as a bat. Okay, so that's the track. So as you can hear, there's a background. And I want to try to make something like this. So I will start with a drum rack, and what I will do now is to import in that drum rack random sounds that I find in my library. Most of the sounds that I want may be noises, glitches, little percussions. I go completely random. Okay, maybe a hi-hat can come handy. A good background chord. So you can make both a background with no tonal sounds, so it has no key, or you could add a chord that set the key of that background, and then you have to adapt it to the whole track or vice versa. Very nice. And then of course I will cut parts of these loops, so I will select the part that I want. So guys, you can't imagine how angry I am right now, because I recorded the whole video and I was going to edit it, and I found out that the screen recordings were sounding like this. That is because I set the wrong bit rate on the audio recorder, and I'm so pissed off because I did it on real-time audio loop. So I will explain step by step what I did. This is the loop, how it came out. So the first thing that I did, that I always do for this kind of background, is to set a background noise. So the loop was something like this. and so I just shorten it because in the last part is something more normal. I set one every 2 quarters, and it keeps repeating itself. Then the second thing that I always do is playing a hi-hat on the upbeat. So it helps me to have a sense of rhythm in the background. I always want to keep it very, very low volume. And this is just a normal hi-hat, I did nothing on it. Then I went looking for some percussions. So for example, this one. And it's always very, very low volume. And the second one, which is this one. Then I started with more particular sounds. So let's see. This is just a kick that I filtered. Very simple. I could move this because it's overlaid to this one. So maybe I move this here. And this kick is, the original one is like this. So I filtered it at 164 with a high resonance. And then pitch it down, which doesn't make any difference, as I can see now, and shortened it a little bit. The loop, as you can see, it's 4 measures long. I like to keep it this long because it helps me to make more variations. Because if it repeats every 2 measures, it starts to be too much repetitive, and I don't like it that much. Then I have a snare, this loop, and you can see that I always put these sounds on 16ths that are not the downbeat or the upbeat, but are like here, for example, or here. Oh, this is just a simple percussion. Yeah, I transposed it. The original one is like this. And if I transpose 21 semitones down, it sounds a little bit more subby. Also, this is a loop. So from loops, you don't have to keep the whole loop, of course, but you can select small parts of the loop. There is always good material inside a loop because the loop has quieter parts and where you can pick just tiny parts that can be interesting. Okay, this sound I was a little bit unsure about using it because this one really sets a tone for the background. So you can both use a background which is neutral, so there is no tonal values that sets a key for that backgrounds, or you can decide to use some sort of chords or notes that sets a tone. So in this case, this I think it's B. By the way, if you use this one, then you need to have a bass line which is in key with that piano. So be aware of that. If you want to use tonal sounds, you need to then make them work with the bass line. Then other sounds, this is just a simple waveform for a wavetable. So it's just a sort of glitch. And I also have a groove on this MIDI clip, which is the Swing 54. Another percussion. Let's see where I took it from. I shorten it. This is a bass note. I changed the pitch. So I used a pitch envelope because this bass was sounding like more than a string bass, right? So I shortened it up. I put a pitch envelope and I transpose it down. Very simple. Another noise. I think here I use delay, yeah. The delay set in time mode with a long feedback. It changes a little bit his nature and I like it. I want to correct the attack of this sound a little bit. Nice. Oh, there's a breath. I could put a delay on this. Yeah. And I take it out from the second part. Another sound. This one sets a tone as well. So this one is a B, I'm sure about this. So this one has a reverb and a delay. And nothing much. Another sound here. Everything is so subtle. This one works really good. Another sound here. Same thing. This is a long loop. Shorten it. And then the last one is this sound, which is took from this Rode sample. Since my bass was in B, I select a note and I took a look on the tuner. So I had to transpose it down by one semitone because it was in C. It was a C, so one semitone. It's a B. So at this point, I'm not sure about the chord here. Yeah, probably that's A sharp. Yeah, but then it's too short. There are some problems here, so I'm not happy about it. I will switch this off. So if you take a look at the difference without the background, this is a really simple drum and bass pattern. But if you add the background, everything turns a little bit more interesting. So you can see how important is a background to help the groove to get more interesting. This one is made from scratch using samples from different libraries, and so you can design your backgrounds as you want. Of course, you find loops of backgrounds already made from many different libraries, but I really like to have things that are made by myself, and I hope you will use this technique as I find it useful. So summing up what we said, the technique is really simple. You just take a drum rack, you fill it with different sounds from different libraries, one-shots, loops, and then you cut the sounds that you like, the parts that inspire you a little bit and that you think that are good for a background. My technique is to always match up background noise, so a white noise or an ambient noise, with other more percussive sounds, more glitchy, with some delay, with some effects which are very good to make them fit together. The last thing that I think it's very important is to have all the sounds in the same drum rack. In this way you can see how they relate to each other. It's easier to fit them together and you can have full vision of your drum pattern. I think this is very, very important. So that's it. If you want to ask any question on other things that I didn't say or didn't explain properly, feel free to ask in the comment. You find all the links that you need in the description of the video, so link to my sample pack, which I'd really like you to check out, link to the demo of the sample pack, link to my socials if you want to connect with me on Instagram, if you want to send me an email. Also, please subscribe to the channel, and I hope this video helped you a little bit to understand how to make this kind of backgrounds, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers guys, thanks for watching, bye bye, ciao.